back. I just wanted to go live real quick and talk about a few things with you guys. Um, I know it's Sunday night and a lot of people have, work in the morning and things like that. I just want to discuss a few things. One, how narcissists think about you every day, the ones that you've known in your past, and the ones that may have came across you for a time in the season. And this will lead into you remembering your power or understanding your power, right? And any other thing that we will discuss, whatever spirit leads me to talk about, I will bring it out and I will talk about it. Sorry for the delay. I've been accomplishing different things in my life. Been a lot of proactive with my personal goals and things like that. But overall, I really, really appreciate you guys' patience. Those who like my content and support my content. I hope it has been truly helpful and inspiring to those of you to go and enjoy life, especially after narcissistic abuse. Because when you go through narcissistic abuse, you're not the same afterwards. You understand? You can't be the same afterwards. Before I before I realized what narcissism was, before I actually was abused for, I say, 15 years or more of my life, I was, I would say, I was like a, I was like a guy that just invited people in and just was all, hey, I want to be your friend. Let me be your friend. I was kind of codependent. Like I needed to feel like I had homies. I needed to feel like I had, um, you know, just some type of companionship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would try to get it any way that I can. And that's because I had so much love in me, right? I had so much love in me, and I just didn't know how to regulate it, right? Sorry about that, y'all. So before I got abused severely by spiritual narcissists, work narcissists, military narcissists, I was like it's like I was just this guy that just invited anything in. Like, you know how some church be like, oh, come as you are? I was like that. Shoot. I'm like, shoot, come as you are. I welcome you in with open arms and things like that. But after narcissistic abuse, oh my goodness, my whole perception of reality changed. It opened my eyes to a lot of people around me. And I had to cut off a lot of people, especially certain people that was attached to me, like leeches that would come around occasionally because they always needed something. Especially certain friends that I knew, I had to cut them off because they were really no benefit to my life anyways, right? They weren't pouring into me like I was pouring into them. And so this is why after narcissistic abuse, you're not going to be the same. It's impossible. How can you be the same? I say this all the time in a lot of videos, and maybe it don't register because the way I talk and, people can't receive it. But, you know, one, you're not going to be the same. And two, the wisdom that you gain from narcissistic abuse, it's life changing. It'll change you internally, man. It'll change your heart function. It'll open your eyes. And then the people who used to take advantage of you when you was like I'll accept you as you is, or come as you are. The people who used to take advantage of that, they start looking at you like you're a cold-hearted person because you changed and you're not the same welcoming energy like you used to be. Let me put on AC, y'all. So things like that, it will change your life. It really will. It will change your life. Narcissistic abuse will make you real wise, but you're not going to be the same. You're not going to feel the same. You're not going to look at people the same. And people are not going to look at you the same because people only want to remember you for the person that you used to be. not the person that you are now, because the person that you are now, they can't just waltz on in and take what they can from you and then run and skedaddle. Understand one thing about being different in this society. When you represent the light, most people cannot handle your presence. Most people are only going to come into your life temporarily. You know, the one thing that you have to develop is the ability to not be codependent or not have the need to want to have people around you all the time. Once you get to that level, you are in a very powerful position, because now it's like the people who didn't value you before, now that you ain't looking for them and you ain't searching for them, now they like it makes them sit there and think about how valuable you were to their life when you're not in their life, right? And this is why narcissists think about you every day. Huh? This is why narcissists think about you every day. Some of y'all probably had holiday hoovers. You know, in my last live, I had to break it down with a little bit of theatrics, but it's true. When you are of value and you bring stability to people's life, how can they forget about you? Right? How come they want to be so quick to sweep everything evil and nasty and vicious that they did to you under the rug? Why do they want to do that for? Why do they come back like what's the best way I can put it? They're like yo-yos. You throw them away, eventually they're gonna come back. It may not be now, it may be 2, 3, 4 years later. You know what I'm saying? You toss them out, they're gonna eventually try to come back. But you're the puppet master. You can send people out, you can cast people out when you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. So yes, when narcissists think about you, the reason why they think about you, even to this day, is because of your value. Okay? But you got to understand, they are not developed maturity wise. They are not developed in their maturity. They really don't have any self-control. So yes, they can't really change. Some may want to change, but they're so addicted to how they do things, right? They're so addicted to the destruction that it's virtually almost impossible for them to change unless they really, really seek help. I'm talking about they have to go through some sort of strict rehab program. They have to really take the time to reprogram themselves, right? But as I was saying before, see, some of y'all have ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends that occasionally pop up, maybe not every year, maybe every few years. They'll pop up on your Facebook. They'll pop up on your Instagram. They'll pop up on whatever other social media platforms that you have, because you're that valuable, man. Because you understand one thing. No matter how many penises they have sex with, no matter how many vaginas that they sleep with, yours is the best. I know I sound crazy, but I'm just keeping it 100. This is what I do on this channel. Your loving is the best. How you touch somebody is the best. Okay? They will never forget the way you touch them. They'll never forget the way you kiss them. They'll never forget the way you support them. They'll never forget the way you sacrifice a lot just so they can actually have stability in their life. Your thoughtfulness, your kindness, your respect that you gave to them, even though they wasn't respecting you, right? This is why they think about you, because I'm telling you, they want to be part of the streets. People love to be part of the streets until they realize that the streets is a cold-hearted place. The streets is a cold-hearted place. There are Jezebels, there are witches, there are warlocks all out there. They don't care about you. They will have sex with you and kick you out like next person. Who's next? Okay? A lot of people out here in the streets, majority of the streets, The best way I can describe the streets is an insatiable void. Okay, it's an insatiable void. Okay, once you start dealing with the streets, you're not gonna feel whole. You're not gonna feel supported. Okay, a lot of people go to the streets because of the lust. Because the lust in them, they thinking with their vaginas and they thinking with their wee wee. Because this man got a big old thing, they want to go to the streets and cheat on her husband for a bigger thing. But dude has nothing to offer. And then you wonder why your life is in shambles. And the worst part is, a lot of women and men get caught up and get pregnant by people from the streets who are in the streets sleeping around. The highest possibility for UTIs, STIs. Okay, but see, when you talk about narcissists, they are for the streets. That's where they want to be, because whenever they're in a marriage or a functioning relationship that's positive, right, it gets boring to them. Ah, damn this. Some females like, nigga, you love on me too much. Yeah, what's wrong? Something is wrong when a female don't like it when her man try to hold her and kiss her and tell her that he loves her, but she's getting bored with that. She just want to get slutted out, right? You know what I'm saying? It's something wrong with that. It's something wrong with a dude, and I'm talking about for the ladies. It's something wrong when a female is cooking, cleaning, rubbing this man back, taking care of him, emotionally supporting him, and he's bored. He want to go mess with Tatianas in the streets. He just want a freak to just freak on him, give him the gop 10,000. You know what I'm saying? So, these are the things that the reason why you're dealing with narcissists. Narcissists are for the streets, period. Because they get bored and they want to deal with Jezebels. They want to deal with the freaks of the streets, the freaks of the night, And I'm telling you, I've been with women that the only it's almost as if the only time that they're really active and the only time that they really want to be engaging with you is when it hits nighttime. During the daytime, they're like vampires. They not as active. They stay in the room all day. You know what I'm saying? But at nighttime, they want to be on the scene. They want to do everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about nighttime with some people. When it gets dark out, it's like they really just want to come out. It's almost as if they're afraid of the light of the sun. And so they're like, man, I don't feel like going out there. But when nighttime hits, that's when they want to go grocery shopping. That's when they that's when they want to go to the movie. Shoot, that's when they want to go to the mall and shop. It's like they don't want to do nothing during the day. They want to go out at night. To me, I always looked at that as some sort of red flag. I mean, maybe some people are like that. I don't know. People who follow me, y'all like that. I don't know. But as far as my dating history, I've dealt with women that they was only active at night. They don't even want to conversate with you. They don't want to talk to you on the phone unless it's nighttime. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's like there are people out there, they're only active at night. It's crazy how they is. But I really think that's how a lot of energy vampires are. And that's a good sign of telling you that's how a lot of people are for the streets. But then the fact is, they choose to be part of the streets. Narcissists choose to be part of the streets. And the crazy part is they want the best of both worlds. They want to be treated like royalty, and they want to sleep around and deal with Jezebels and freaks every now and again. And you're supposed to sit there and just accept it. But when you have self-dignity, when you have self-respect, and you don't allow these narcissists to take advantage of you anymore, and you cut them off, you send them out, you kick them out, I'm telling you, they're going to be sitting there because, believe it or not, and this will lead to understanding your power. Believe it or not, you being a chosen one, when you leave people's life, the protection of the Most High leaves their life. And it's a shame because a lot of people don't value your presence. Okay? And it got to the point where we ourselves, we didn't value our own presence. We allowed people to just treat us any kind of way. But at this point in time, now that you have woken up, understand that your presence is powerful. You are a great asset, not a liability. All right, say that again. You are a great asset, not a liability to anyone's life, to any following, to any group. When you show up, you increase things. But most people, because of this gift and this ability that you have, they're going to say you're weird. They're going to get jealous. They can't handle your energy, right? Some people love your energy so much. Those who really rock with you, they'll love your energy so much. They want to cherish it and nurture it, man. But I'm going to tell you, that's rare. Not everybody will do that, you know? So, you know, another thing I want to say about your power, right, is that your protection, man, your protection is so high. Look, your divine protection is so high that some things may feel like, damn, I feel like I can't do anything. Like, damn, I'm that protected that I can't do anything. No, it's just that when it comes down to chosen ones, your steps are calculated by the Most High. You understand? You have to move when it's the right time to move. You have to wait for that green light a lot of times. I'm not saying you should just sit back and do nothing, but I'm telling you, your divine protection is so powerful that if you decide that you want to go somewhere and all of a sudden a wave of like fatigue or tiredness come over you, that's a sign from the universe that you should rest some more and try again later on, or go tomorrow or the next day. You know what I'm saying? So your divine protection, man, your divine protection is so powerful, man. And another thing I want to let you know about your powers, and I hope y'all can receive this, is that your prayers and the words that you speak, chosen ones' words and prayers are so powerful. We can literally pray over people's life. We can pray for health over people's life, or we can pray for destruction over people's life. Okay? That's how powerful we are. Okay? You know, now I told you this, you know, whatever you decide to do with this power, use your power wisely. But it's always, I would say it's best to always remain in a position where you keep yourself grounded, keep yourself level-headed, and even when people attack you, just let them think that they won, because the truth be told, you're so powerful that just the fact that you're upset at somebody, once that energy is released from your body, when you calm down, it goes right to the person who came at you. You know, so when people upset you or try to do things to you, that energy gets amplified and it gets sent right back to them, and they become more upset than how they made you upset. You know? So that's the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? Let me read the comments. Hey, King Stephen, good to see you, brother. Laura Ryan, good to see you. Good evening. Good evening. That's how I did. Thought I had to accept what they like the church. Now I have clear head about all that. Yes, Laura Ryan. Not the same welcome mat or doormat, and they'll be sure and tell you about it. Yes, I'm telling you, they will tell you, damn, you ain't the same like you used to be. I'm telling you, even your mama would be like, you ain't the same son that I knew. Your daddy would say, you ain't the same son, you ain't the same daughter that I knew. Yeah. They live to abuse you and hate it when they can't. Yes. I mean, that's because, you know, the truth is, a lot of people are going through a lot in this life, and they think it's okay to take it out on somebody else. They don't know how to ground themselves and balance their emotions, right? And operating out of emotions can be pretty deadly if you're not careful. And this is why, you know, even on this channel, I talk about mastery over the emotions, mastery over our willpower and things that we do. Having discipline is a very powerful thing. Narcissists don't have any self-control, and they don't have any discipline. Okay? So if an intrusive thought comes in their mind and they want to fuck with somebody, they're going to do it. But you, because the truth be told, even chosen ones get intrusive thoughts, but we're so powerful that we have it under control most of the time. We don't let an intrusive thought get us to say some crazy stuff or do some crazy stuff. Most people, an intrusive thought come in their head, they gonna do it, man. It's like they don't think, they become impulsive and they just do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the world. But when you're not part of the world, you are set to a higher standard. Lorraine said, I have a friend. She's a narcissist. Haven't heard from her in 8 months. And then she comes, what are you doing for Christmas? Oh, yeah, that's the holiday Hoover, Lorraine. Oh, my Lord. That's what I said. I'm not around home. Right. Right. Shoot, what you doing around Christmas? I ain't home, bit. I ain't home, bit. You know what I'm saying? Disappeared 8 months ago. Now you want to come back for the holiday Hoover. Right. They'll never be able to replace the chosen one that got gone. That's right. And I'm telling you, people think that they want to have fun and go into the streets, but when they run into somebody like you and they lose you, that crap cripples them, man. I'm talking about that cripples them for a lifetime. That's why they have a tendency of wanting to come back. Because they know they can't find you out there. You are one of a kind. Yes. E-Baby, good to see you. Lil Ryan says, out at night looking for victims. Yes, out at night looking for victims. Some people are just only active at night. During the day, you can't call them, you can't reach them. At night, they on the scene, they ready to party. Digital discipline, good to see you. They are lunatics, right? Right, lunatics. Right, they lunatics, right. Lorraine says, right, right. Words and prayers, our voice is powerful, amen. True, yes. Yes, understand this, chosen one. The power of life or death is in your hands. You can literally speak destruction over people's life. You can even speak life into people's life. You could even forecast and project things into the future for things to even happen. You know, I know I talk a certain way and a lot of people can't receive what I say right away, but you know, my channel, those who can understand and see where I'm coming from, you know, I guess it was just their time to understand. But I'm just a messenger. I'm just gonna put it out there. You know, when you're an earth angel, when you're a child of the Most High, you have profound wisdom. You have great intellect. Okay, so people, a lot of times, people can trust your guidance. People can trust your wisdom. You can speak and give direction to people. Not saying you should operate in ego, because that's what's wrong with the world today, man. A lot of people operate in ego, man. They think they know it all. You can't tell them anything, you know. But hey, that's their life. That's their choice. But at the end of the day, life is a learning. Life is a learning experience. We all learn as we go, and the mistakes that we make, we refine and become better. You know, after narcissistic abuse, I had to come on here and speak the things that I've experienced. And I haven't even told y'all everything that I've experienced, but I'm going to tell you now, I've been set up by a bunch of flying monkeys and spiritual narcissists and things like that. I know how it feels to be ganged up on by a bunch of people. And because you're a loving, sensitive person, you know, you tend to break down, you tend to cry because you're young, you don't understand what's going on. But the whole time it was spiritual warfare, and you don't realize until after you get out of narcissistic abuse that Satan and his minions was after your life this whole time, and is still after your life. And the best advice I can tell you is you cannot get involved with low vibrational stuff, because at this time, as a chosen one, the only person who could really destroy you is yourself with your actions and what you do, right? You know, this is why I encourage people to constantly check yourself and not let certain situations get the best of you, like people coming at you and, you know, the government messing with you and all this other stuff. You know, at the end of the day, you know, as long as you remain firm and stay grounded, everything will work out As long as you have a plan and you stay focused, because a lot of times the enemy wants to take away your focus and get you involved with some low vibrational stuff, dealing with low vibrational people, you know. But a lot of times after narcissistic abuse, you are weeding out people now. I'm telling you, after narcissistic abuse, your people picker is so heightened. It's like you can detect a bullshitter, man. You can detect a hater. A lot of times these haters now, they're trying to move slicker because there's messages out there. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube that is exposing. So a lot of people are trying to move a little slicker, but some people just don't care because they going through some stuff and they think that being who they are is protecting them, you know. And that's the best way I can explain it. They think being who they are is protecting them, and it's gonna benefit them, you know. That, you know, there's people that do a lot of evil and think that by praying to Jesus that they're gonna continue to be blessed because they're praying to Jesus. But they do a lot of evil though. And to me, if you ask me, and some people may not like what I have to say, but eventually they'll have to see it. A lot of evil people use Jesus as an excuse to be who they are. You can't judge me. You can't shame me. You know, only one could judge me, and that's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? This is what's wrong with the world today. People are looking for scapegoats. There's no accountability. No self-accountability. On this channel, I talk about accountability heavily. Heavily. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where I come from. And it's not for everybody, and that's okay. You know, those who understand that I really mean well when it comes down to the Most High's people. Those who understand that evil exists, evil is always on the prowl, and you have to make sure that as a chosen one, you don't get involved with some low vibrational behaviors or low vibrational people, so that way you can be spiritually aligned at all times. Okay? Spiritual warfare is real, and it can be a lifelong battle, man. I'm talking about you may have to go through spiritual warfare till the day you die. Not saying it's going to be as intense as it was before, right? Because you're not like Lord Ryan said, you're not a welcome mat anymore. But understand, there might be a few challenges there. It might be a few challenges every now and again, but you're so powerful, you could squash that just by leaving. You don't even have to engage most ignorant folks anyways. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put hands on people. Let them think that they win, because at the end of the day, you came to get what you want and you leave. Those who really rock with you will respect you, will support you, will love you, and you will sense that they don't have any evil animosity towards you. You will sense that. Okay? You know, the Bible says the love of many has waxed cold. You know? And that's because they think the streets is fun. You know, they think the streets is fun until they end up alone, they end up old, and they have no one. Not even at what is it? Retirement home? Was that what it's called? Rehab center? Wherever they end up at. When no one shows up to visit them, and all they got is a caretaker that they can talk to, but they was too busy getting ran through in the streets. The streets isn't fun, man. You know, the streets is dangerous. For real. You know, so understand one thing. I guarantee you 100%, and you hear this from your boy Aaron, the people who did you dirty in the past and you was good to them, they are still thinking about you every single day. They thinking about how you treated them, how you was respectful. They even think about how much of a piece of shit they was towards you. They're never going to admit it to you though, but they know how much of a piece of shit they was to you. They know how valuable you were to them. How when you was around, they ate good. When you was around, they had shelter. When you was around, they had drink. They had stability. They had finances. And I'm talking about your ex-girlfriends, and for the ladies, your ex-boyfriends. When you was around, everything was flowing good. But see, they're for the streets. They wanted to dibble and dabble in with the Jezebels and then bring it back home to you. They wanted to dibble and dabble with those sexual demons and come back home to you. Okay? And it don't work like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something about relationships and marriages. You know, everybody has a certain type that they like, but a lot of times you're not going to get the person that is your ideal dream type. You're going to get the person that has the has the total package, just not the way that you want it to be. I'm talking about completely. You know, you got dudes out here thinking that marrying a bad bitch that he won. Like, nigga, you married a female that only thing she care about is getting her hair done and her nail done, and then maybe after you done pay for all of that, maybe she'll let you sniff her pinky toe or maybe sniff her ass crack. Okay? See, niggas think that they win because they got a bad, look at the name, bad bitch. I would never ever marry a bad bitch. Never. I would never marry a baddie. I only marry goodies. Goodies, not baddies, okay? And I incorporate this mindset for you fellas and ladies. If you're going to deal with men, don't deal with men that like to be in the streets. Don't deal with men that he's pimping you out. He's a whoremonger, okay? Just because he look good and he got that talk don't mean he's of substance, doesn't mean he's of value, okay? A lot of people overlook the nerd. A lot of people overlook the intelligent one. A lot of people overlook the spiritual one, the one who's really gonna be dead by his side. No, no, she ain't got a BBL, and no, she ain't got the perky titties with the piercing on it. But she's by your side. She got cheeks, she got chest, but she has a brain and she has self-respect, and she loves you and willing to support you. And the same thing, ladies. No, he's not a six-pack dude. No, he don't bench press 24 hours. And no, he don't be loud and boisterous and is overt in everything he do. But he's supportive. He's there. He cares about you. He cares about your health. And if you have kids with him, he gonna support you and the kids and make sure you straight. All he asks is you do the same in return. That's all he asks for. Okay? So let that marinate. Let me see what we got. Laura Ryan says, digital discipline says the word is more powerful than the sword. Absolutely. Laura Ryan says, man, no joke now. You're talking the truth, and it's freeing to hear you speak what I've been through. Truth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Laura Ryan. It's like that old movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Nothing inside them but a demon. Exactly. They love the streets. They love the nightlife. And that's their choice. But as a chosen one, you can't get caught up with people like that. I'm telling you. Because that's not who you are. Baby says, evil people will do anything to protect their inner demons. Yes, they will. E-Baby says, nursing home. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, baby. Thank you for that. Lorraine says, they nasty inside and try to look like they're royalty on the outside. Nothing to them inside. That's right, Lorraine. That's right, Lorraine. And then that's why, we have to learn how to fall in love with the person inner beauty, not just their outer beauty, their inner beauty. Because there's people out there, they got a lot of outer beauty, but they are hideous on the inside, and they're not as strong as you think they are. They're just very charismatic, and they have a good mouthpiece. But that's it. Just like Digital Disciple says, you'll know a tree by its fruits. Exactly. Exactly. For real. King Stephen says, chosen ones are very powerful. Seriously, life and death in their tongues. That's why you have to be careful. Yes, King Stephen. Even when we talking about ourselves, because we have certain insecurities about ourselves that we work through. We just have to be careful with what we say about ourselves and realize we're more magnificent than we give ourselves credit for. Right? But listen, y'all. I highly, highly appreciate you all for coming on. We got 12 people on. Thank you all so much for supporting me on this content. We're growing slowly but surely, day after day, and I'll try to upload as much as I can. Y'all, if y'all like the live, y'all hit the thumbs up button on the live. If y'all enjoy the message, and I'll see y'all again soon, man. Let me shout y'all out, man. Let me shout y'all out. E-Baby, good to see you. King Steven, good to see you, brother. Digital Disciple, good to see you, sir. Lord Ryan, good to see you, sir. And all those who are watching, thank you all so much for really supporting the content and coming through. And I'm in the business of changing people's lives, well, changing chosen ones' lives, so that we stay in alignment for the shift that's about to happen on the planet. You know, I'll leave y'all with this. When it comes down to the evil of this society, you're dealing with a mob. You're not dealing with a regular evil. A lot of evil that happens where people go missing, you're dealing with organized crime on a high level. And to deal with that crime mafia, you can fight it with physical, but it's better to fight it with the supernatural. And that's what's coming, y'all. Get ready, chosen ones, because we're about to embark on a war where we're going to be unlocked with supernatural abilities once this dome gets removed and the cosmic rays starts to hit us. Because there's energy above the firmament that wants to come towards us so we can be unlocked. Okay? So understand that once that happens, once this firmament opens up, we will truly be unlocked, and we will fight this adversary with the supernatural. All right? And that's what they're afraid of. But it's coming. There's no way around it, y'all. Let me see. Digital Disciple says principalities and powers in higher places. Right, Digital Disciple. Right. And that's what's coming, y'all. We have to fight this adversary with the supernatural, because with the physical, you know, there's only so much you can do with the physical. But the supernatural, they won't win. And that's what's coming, y'all. But listen, I love y'all. Y'all please be safe out there. And yeah, man, thank y'all so much for coming through. All right. I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye now.